Okay, so I'm revisiting my female warrior project. So in my original project, I had this desert ground. On top of that, I want to build a platform where a melee combat can take place. So I'm just gonna quickly jump into it. I'm going to create a cube and gonna go into edit mode. So the idea is actually like an ancient ruin of some sort. So there's like desert ground and like maybe a platform, maybe like the remnants of a column. I'm not gonna do like all like this detail. It's gonna be a lot more simple. Maybe something more like something like that, or it's gonna be super simple. It's gonna be way simpler than anything that's seen here. So first I'm gonna get rid of this bottom face because I don't need it, and start off. I'm gonna bring it way down. I'll stretch it across. I'm gonna make it deep enough so that everything intersects with the ground. And then I'll scale it. So, oops, scale it in the x-axis, make it nice and big. I guess this can come up higher so it doesn't, so it's not completely buried. Which means this one come this way. Actually, I'll make this so what I'm going to do is I'm going to subdivide this because I want to create some steps. So these steps I guess they have to be pretty, oops. First I need to go into wireframe mode. And I need enough steps that she doesn't, so that she can like step on them. Or they need to be low enough, so I'm going to need quite a lot. So these are one and a half high. That means her step has to be here, which is actually too high, I think. It should be like really really short. So I divide these more. those are about how many units is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.65. So step is going to be about this high from our feet to about here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the capsule collider can handle that. I'm gonna make it anyways. So first things first, I'm going to actually I should probably make one more subdivision. Oops. So I guess I'll start off by extruding this first. Extrude you can see here I'm changing this Y value. So this is going from -4 to the positive, so I'm adding. So I want these to be relatively broad. So let's just say right about here. Minus 3.7. So that's about plus 0.3. Okay. Okay, so as you can see when I smooth it, it's got some like weirdness. I'm thinking maybe I could just leave it because it makes it look more ancient. But I'm thinking maybe it could be better if I just like tighten everything up. But before I do that, I'm going to do the UV layout because if I tighten everything up first, that's just going to create more things I need to, like more edges that I need to select for UV editing. So I'm going to lay out the UVs first. So I'm going to go ahead and start selecting edges. Okay, so I think I've got all the edges marked for UV editing or for UV layer. Before I do that, I'm going to tighten some of this up. So I'm just going to add a bunch of loops. It's mostly the columns that look kind of funny. I guess I missed some here. Oopsie. Should probably include that for now. just want to quickly see how this looks if I smooth it, if I give it subdivisions. It's taking me a few seconds. There we go. That looks a little bit better. I'll fix it up. I'll have more edges later, but for now, I'm just gonna go into UV editing, and I'm gonna select all the faces, and I'm simply gonna unwrap. And it should be all laid out. I'm gonna export that as hazard structure UV layout. Let me get 5,000 by 5,000. Okay, so I'll go into my photo editing program, and I'll open that up. Duplicate that, create an empty layer. On the empty layer, I'm going to paint it all white, and I'm going to go ahead and open some images that I got. So I've got 3 different rocks, and 4 different rocks and 3 different stucco colors. Before I work on that, I'm just going to tighten some of these edges up. So some more here, here. Probably need one right here, here, here. Shall undo those. Object mode. It's the base right here that looks really weird. I'm just gonna leave it for now. And what hop back into my photo editing program and I start painting some textures. So I've got 3 images for the stucco. This is just going to be the base color, and then I've got 4 other rock images that I'm going to use to create the normal map. So I'll just go ahead and first I want to get rid of this window in the middle, so I'm just going to grab a piece here and just paint it out. Doesn't have to be perfect. So create a folder. In the folder I'll paste, actually I'll delete the folder for now. So this stucco, it could be about, I don't know, it doesn't have to be too small. So I'm just going to use this clone tool to make a bigger sample of it. Okay, so I'm quite happy with how the color turned out. It looks pretty good actually. But now I need to create one more texture, which is the normal map. So I've created another folder, and I've added like a rock texture, which is this one, and I'm going to lay this one out, and then I'm going to generate a normal map. So first, actually I'll hide the color, and I guess it could be a little bit smaller. I'm just going to get rid of this corner color. And same as before, I'm just going to fill the whole thing with this rock as the base, and then I'm going to add these 3 other ones to create variation throughout the whole thing. Okay, so I've got this this normal map created, but now I actually have to create the normal map file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this entire file, I'm going to duplicate it, I'm going to hide the original, and this new one that I created, I'm just going to merge the entire thing. And here in GIMP, there's probably the same thing in Photoshop and other photo editing software, but this one here, you go to filters, and you go to generic, and then there's a normal map option, and I just, by default the scale is 10, I just bump it up slightly to 15, and I press OK. I'm going to export it as normal, desert structure normal. Save the entire GIMP file. And I'll just go and close everything. Okay, back into Blender. So everything looks fine here, except I don't know about these edges. Maybe I need to add more loops or something. Okay, that's a little bit better. I'm not going to worry about it too much. For now, I'll just leave it as is, and I'm going to export it as an FBX. So this one will be called desert. Let's call it structure.fbx, and I'll save the whole file. And then I'm going to head over to Unreal, and I guess I'll take the player start as well as the hover bike. And maybe I'll move everything. this down. That's good enough. I'm going to go into the environments folder. Environment. Create a new folder. Right click, new folder. I'll call it structure. Ancient structure. And what I want to do is I want to first off import the actual mesh. I'm in the wrong project. I'm going to leave everything as is and just import, and I'll adjust everything later. Okay, so with that imported, the only other thing I want to import is the normal map, because I've already got the color here. So I'm going to grab that normal map. That should take 2 seconds. And when that's done, I'm just going to save all. I want to select the terrain and make sure that the location is 0, 0, 0, and the scale is 0.5. So I'm going to drop the structure into the scene, and I'm going to place it 0, 0, 0, but the scale is going to be 0.5. There we go. And I spin it around. That's okay so far. So I want to open up the static mesh. And it says level of detail. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that. Level of detail looks fine, actually. Just right here, I'm going to go into collision complexity. In the drop-down, I'm going to use complex collision as simple. I'm going to save that. I'm going to keep that open because I'm going to change the material. So first, I'm going to right-click, create a material called structure mat. Oh, it's already been used, so I need to rename it ancient structure mat. And I'll open that up. Okay, so I need a texture sample. And it's going to be structure color. I want to get a vector parameter. just leave it black, because I'm going to plug it right into the specular, because I don't want any specularity, because it's just dusty stone. There should be no shine whatsoever. I'll grab another texture sample. This time it's going to be the structure normal, and I'm going to plug it into the normal. I don't know what that's going to look like. I'm going to multiply it by a factor. Let's just say, see what 10 looks like. I'll leave it for now. Save it. And I'm going to go into structure, and I'm going to change the material to ancient structure material. And I'll save. So I'm going to try this out now. So I'm going to quickly save all. Save. Save all. And I'll hit play. The structure is really kind of small. Tighten up some of those edges. So I just want to see what it looks like if I bump it all the way up to 1, the scale. So if I play now, I think this is more what I was looking for. No, that can't be right. It must be 0.5. I'm going to try setting this to 1 again. And I'm going to set the terrain to 1 as well. I think this is the scale that I was looking for. So the reason I did this is because I want like a flat do some combat stuff, some melee combat for my next videos. Doesn't look amazing, but it's okay. It's good enough for the tutorial purposes, I guess. That's pretty much it. That's it for this video. Next videos, I'm going to work on melee sort of stuff. Yep, so please stay tuned if you want to see more.